Hey everyone, welcome to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. Hey Tad, I'm never sure where to put the thwips.
Right after interwebs,
Yep.
particularly if we ever get,
Yeah, we'll find them.
I'm doing this crazy thing called Googling it right now.
Yep, thwips sound effect.
Web shoot sound effect.
I know we don't have it in the
Okay.
show notes because it's a 1 day thing and it's not gonna. By the time this episode's up, it'll be over. But today is Batman Day.
Yeah, you'll be going to Batman Day.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm gonna take my daughter to it. There's gonna be cosplayers and stuff. I think she'll like it. What?
It it looks like if you just do a Google search for web shoot sound effects, you'll find some options. I don't know your best options for what to use.
Okay,
So
I'll do it.
just gonna encourage you to do it because you're the sound guy.
Yeah, and then I'll have to put them in post. I won't be able to do it like live or anything, unless maybe I could do it.
You might be able to figure out how to do it live.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So what's going on in comics this week? This first one kind of threw me for a loop when you sent it to me.
Um, and this is still a developing story.
Yeah,
Um, Bill Willingham in his frustration with DC Comics and the way they have treating him on various things regarding Fables, um, has declared Fables public domain.
he did the same thing with one of his video game properties too. I'm gonna look it up here real
Have a
quick.
video game property?
He does. I'm trying to think of what game it was. I saw it yesterday as well.
Well, I mean, there was a Fables video game, but that's kind of central to this because he wasn't consulted the way he thought that he should be
I wonder if
on
that's what I'm
it.
thinking of. I wonder if that's what I'm thinking of.
Right. Um, but
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So he's made Fables public domain.
well, DC's already firing back, so there's question. He claims that he owns it outright, and he does. If you look at like the copyright page of an issue of Fables, it says that the Fables is joint copyright, but that could be referring to the book itself. It says the characters are his, but the characters are kind of public domain already. So yeah, it's messy right now.
Yeah.
There's not a clear a clear
It's not clear where this is going to shake out.
right. It's not clear that if you go try to make your own Fables merch, you won't get sued by DC and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um,
But Bill won't care.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see as more lawyers weigh in.
Yep.
I know Gamal Hennessy, who has a Kickstarter right now for the business of freelance comic book publishing, and previously had done um, a book called The Business of Independent Comic Book Publishing, um, which is also available as an add-on with the Kickstarter.
Nice.
Um, and is a lawyer that deals with this sort of thing. In his new newsletter, he said he would have a deeper take soon, but he needs to like actually look at it and research some stuff. So I have a feeling this will be something that we wind up talking about again.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Cool.
But I mean, it's interesting. It was an interesting, from Bill, it was essentially I can't make you publish on time or explain why it's not being published on time. you always have some reason why you forgot to consult me on things that you're contractually obligated to consult me on, blah, blah, blah. I can't actually do anything about all of that because I can't afford the lawyers to do anything about all of that. But what I can do is say, I'm relinquishing my rights, not my rights to the books that I've written. You still owe me royalties, whatnot. But from here on out,
Yep.
anything not from Bill's perspective, anything not specifically covered in his contract with DC,
Free game.
fair game, go after it.
Yeah.
DC seems to be claiming that everything's specifically covered in his contract, so
It's
be
weird.
interesting to see how it works out.
Yeah. Yeah, he did say that in the earlier days of the Vertigo days that things were great, and with his contract, and then I have a feeling as things rolled over, because now it's being put out by Black Label, or maybe it's just DC proper.
I think it's changes at DC. I mean, the early days, you still had Paul Levitz and Jeanette Kahn in major roles, and DC was kind of a Warner Brothers entity, but still mostly allowed to operate independently.
Yep.
And then it got rolled more into Warner Brothers when it got moved out to LA, and then Warner Brothers became part of Discovery.
Became a mess.
We know some of the DC messes intimately.
Yep.
So we'll move on from that. Global Comics put out their iPad app.
I can't wait. I'm gonna get it today.
Which is still a little buggy.
Is it?
Yeah, I found when I was reading it, it'd like crash, and it's already been updated a couple of times, but that's to be expected with a new app. But they also seem to have had a lot of boom and image and humanoids added since the last time I was messing around there. So not only did they put up the new app, you can obviously buy comics, but your $8 a month subscription, if you have one, is getting you a lot more.
That's awesome.
So,
another subscription for me.
yeah. And then this one, kind of cool. I got an email from Bolt yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's up on the interwebs as well. Slash, Guns N' Roses fame, is teaming up with Tim Seeley and Jim Terry of West of Sundown fame, Hack Slash fame, Come Home Indio fame, and Stephen Kostansky, who's a Hollywood visual effects guy. So he's got his own famousness, but it's outside of my realm of distinct knowledge.
Yep.
For a take on Deathstalker.
That's gonna be awesome.
The early art looks amazing.
Kickstarter starts in October. Okay.
Yeah, the Kickstarter for the hardcover will start in October. I wonder if they're doing this kind of like Boom did the Berserker, where they're doing a Berserker did a Kickstarter for hardcovers of Berserker, essentially paid for the whole thing. It looks like October 10th is when the Kickstarter will launch.
Oh, cool. I'll be in your neck of the woods. That's my son's birthday, and I always go out to visit him for his birthday.
But yeah, Sword and Sorcery.
Yep. That's exciting. I'm a big Guns N' Roses fan. So
I imagine, I don't know for certain, but like I said, with Berserker, they essentially paid for it through the hardcover Kickstarter, but then put out single issues too. So yep, there we go. Launching in October with a Kickstarter campaign for a deluxe oversized hardcover edition of the book. It will also be available in 2024 in both single issue comics and trade paperback through comic book stores and bookshops everywhere.
Nice.
So
that'll be exciting. I'm a big fan of Slash, so I'm gonna definitely pick that up.
Well, I'm a big fan of Tim Seeley and Jim Terry, and we've talked to them before, so we might have to reach out to them.
Yeah, that'd be fun to talk to somebody about this book.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks very, very cool. Very,
Awesome.
very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So then, quick rundown of new to order for Monday. If you happen to be listening to this on Sunday night, get your orders in for the Animal Pound Ash Can from Tom King and Peter Gross, Batman Off World, Jason Aaron and Doug Mahnke, Deviant #1, James Tynion and Joshua Hickson, Holy Roller, which just looks fucking
It looks cool.
hilarious.
It looks cool.
Rick Remender, Andy Samberg, Joe Troman, and Roland Bashi. Red Light #1, Sarah Cho, Priscilla Petraides at AWA. Somna. Oh, this is beautiful.
Looks
from Becky Cloonan and Tula Lotte at Distillery. And my buddy Chris Cantwell is hard at work on his Thanos story with Luca Pizzari at Marvel. Some collections not to miss: Bad Karma from Alex DeCampi and Ryan Howe, Barnstormers, A Ballad of Love and
So
Murder
good.
from Scott Snyder and Tula Lotte. That was so good. Black Panther Volume 1, Rain at Dusk from Eve Ewing and Chris Allen. I'll read anything Eve Ewing writes. Prose, poetry, nonfiction, comics, you name it. Just a brilliant woman.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian, Jim Zub, Roberto De La Torre. First There Was Chaos, Joe Pretty, Holy Fools and Funny Gods, The Hidden Link Between Religion and Humor, Izar Lunacek. Indigo Children Volume 1 from Kurt Biles, Rockwell Wright, Alex Diato, The Man Who Corrupted Hadleyburg, Mark Twain, Wander Antunes, Miss Truesdale and the Fall of Hyperborea, Mike Mignola, Jesse Lonergan. Poetry of Rain, Yusuke Asawa, School for Extraterrestrial Girls, Volume 1 and Volume 2 from Jeremy Whitley and Jamie Noguchi. Shakespeare Manga Theater from Osamu Tezuka, and Star Trek Defiant Volume 1 from Christopher Cantwell and Anuhil Anzueta. And then I forgot to change the date here. Final order cutoff on September 25th. I think probably because the new catalog hasn't actually fully dropped yet. I didn't find a lot of information on final order cutoff for the 25th, but what I did find, the Breath of Shadows trade paperback from Rich Dueck and Alex Cormack.
Mm-hmm.
If you missed this, you definitely want to go read it. Final order cutoff is September 25th for an October 31st release. And then this one looked kind of cool. Kafka from Nishioka Kyodai, which is apparently a name used by a brother-sister team.
Okay.
Of mangaka from Pushkin Press, and it's a collection of Kafka short stories.
That'll be really cool.
So, and that'll come out October 24th. Kickstarters, you've got, I think, 6 more days, and they're still, I think, at about 80% for Steve Urina's Foul Mouth. So,
get on that. Because I want that book.
Go get this one, because I want this book, and it looks good. And the low end, you can get a copy of it for like $5. Stonehearted, Meredith McLaren, her spicy graphic novel that she's put out over Patreon. So I've read it and can say it is amazing. We love Meredith's art, and it's a nice like fantasy romance.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be putting some money down on that one as well.
Yeah. Outbreaks #1 and 2, Will Robson, through October 1st. This is a nice zombie anthology. I talked to Will. You didn't make it, did you?
I don't think so. No, that was a couple weeks ago.
Which is a shame, because this book is so completely up your alley. You need to go back this.
I'm gonna go check the Kickstarter out right now.
Yeah, through October 1st, and then, as mentioned up top, the business of freelance comic book writing, Gamal Hennessy, or comic book publishing, Gamal Hennessy, through October 19th. We should really reach out to Gamal. He's been on Word Balloon a couple of times. He's a really smart, interesting guy. So Tyler, What books did you love this week?
Ooh, caught me over on Kickstarter here. Hold on, I'm gonna jump back.
You
Batman.
mean you were talking to your friend Google too?
Yep.
I never do that while we're recording.
Batman Gargoyle of Gotham by Raphael Grandpa, out on Black Label from DC Comics. I think this was just great. The artwork
Yeah.
was so unique, it didn't feel like a Batman comic. It felt like an independent superhero comic. You know what I
I
mean?
only saw a little bit. It reminded me a lot of Paul Pope's
Yep.
Batman 100 from the artwork perspective.
Yep. Yep. It was very unique. I mean, it does not look like Batman. I mean, he's wearing a Batman costume, but it's done so differently. It's just a completely different take on the early years of Batman. I mean, he's developing a self-driving Batmobile called the Blind Machine, and it's just really funny. Some of the antics that ensue from getting the GPS to work correctly, and
Cool.
it's just fun. It's like an early days of Batman. Not everything's working correctly. Alfred is really against the idea. It's a good fun comic, and Raphael Grandpa, his great writing and his artwork, like I said, is very unique.
Yeah.
So
Well, he did the one of the the Dark Knight Golden Child
Yeah.
with Frank Miller.
Yep. Yep.
So not his first Batman take, and he's got a cool style.
And then my second pick was Creep Show. I got it right here because it's awesome.
Ah.
Creep Show.
Did you do the first volume of this?
No, nope, I missed that.
Ah. I think it's been collected.
Okay,
I did a couple issues because David Lapham did a story.
did he?
I love me some David Lapham, but this one looks like it had Garth Ennis and Phil Hester, which is
That's why
also,
I picked it up. I was, gonna just let it go. I read so many horror anthologies, but
right.
Garth Ennis' name was on it, and his story just killed. Phil Hester's
Yeah.
was the next one. And it was just awesome. It was just right up my alley as far as creepy. I mean, it was gross, creepy, So, and
It was
then-
gross.
It was so good. It was so gross. And then my third pick is the second issue from The Cull, Kelly Thompson and Matea de
So
Ilus,
good.
Image
So good.
Comics. I really, really loved it. I think she's killing it on this.
I wound up leaving that off my list, but mostly because you had it on yours.
Yeah, but did you read it or are planning to read
I
it?
did. I read it. I loved it. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm looking forward to more. But there were more than 3 great books this week,
I
and
know.
and not enough that I felt like it was an easy 9, and you know my rules.
I almost had The Madness on my list of 3. You remember J. Michael Straczynski?
You didn't like the first one. You
I
wound
didn't.
up liking the second one?
I did. Yep. I didn't like the first
Okay.
one, and then when the second one came out, the guys at Rainbow were like, "Oh, you got to give it a chance. Have you checked out the first one?" I
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, I did, but I didn't really dig it."
AWA is one of the publishers where like everything is same day on Global Comics. So I'll have to go give it a look.
Okay. It was good. It
So
almost
it's-
made my top.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what about you?
See, I almost had Murder Inc. Jagger Rose make my top. It was really good.
Yeah,
I almost had Killmore make my top. It was also real good, really good.
I know. Killmore, I reread it again in issue
Yeah.
form this time instead of digital, and it was really cool.
Dark Ride was so good that I actually reread the whole first 8.
Did you?
Yeah. And it's fantastic.
I have not read
Joshua.
the latest one. Yet.
I want to have him back. Undiscovered Country was really good. Superman Lost was so good. I reread the first 5. Did the 6. Waller versus Wildstorm continues to be amazing. But I'm going to lead off with Roaming from Jillian and Mariko Tamaki. Which
Okay.
is just Canadian college girls on spring break in New York,
Okay.
dealing with growing up and their relationship, and
Kind of a slice of
Whatnot.
life, kind of.
very much slice of life. Poignant, funny at times, sad at times. Yeah, no, anybody who likes anything else they've done together. What was their most famous one? I'm drawing a blank right now. Uh, Roaming is the new one. This one summer is the one that I was, um, which was another fantastic graphic novel.
Yeah.
This is a great follow up. They're just they're actual cousins that are great at working together.
Well, I thought they were sisters, but
The, no, cousins.
okay.
The color is fantastic. You know, it works pretty much just in blues and pinks and blacks. Yeah.
I wonder if I
Show
could.
you.
Have you found? Is it on Comixology?
It is not. Right now, it is only physical.
Okay.
And I wanted to read it badly enough that I rush ordered mine.
Nice.
Thankfully, Amazon had enough copies that I had to pay extra for shipping, but I ordered it the morning it came out and it came in the afternoon.
That's awesome.
Right.
Isn't that great when that happens? You're
It
like,
is.
wow. I did that with some art supplies recently where I ordered them. I ordered them through my own personal Amazon and not through the school because I could get it faster
Right.
than doing it through school. And
But yeah, see the coloring.
hold on, I'm not on your screen. Okay. Oh wow, that is like pinks
Yeah.
and blues. I really like that, or peach and
Yeah.
blues.
Yeah.
That's really unique.
Yeah. No, I really dug everything. And it's a love letter to New York. And yeah,
Okay.
there's just it was very cool. I don't know how really to describe it other than I'm certain I could, but it'd take up a lot of time and either give away too much or bore people.
Right.
Uh,
Or
so
both.
move on to Enfield Gang Massacre #2 from Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips. My God, they level up every fucking book.
Yeah, they do.
This is pure Western.
I read the first one. I have the second one in my pile here.
Yeah. Oh, so damn good. So damn good. And this was the reason I went through those ones that just missed was this deciding on the last book was tough, but I had to give it in the end to Daredevil #1, Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Cooter.
Yep.
A new chapter in Daredevil, and it already feels like it's continuing the 20-year trend of awesomeness, or 25-year trend now of awesomeness.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Daredevil has just gone from one amazing run to another since 1998, and that's, I mean, yeah.
I'm very excited to see where Saladin takes it.
Yeah.
So Daredevil's one of those characters.
Well,
that,
I mean, I'll give away the one thing that's given away on like page 1. Matt's a priest now.
Yep.
When last we saw him, he was in hell.
He was in hell. Yep.
And working his way out. Now we don't know how he got out, but he's a priest.
Yeah.
So
I love it because it was
Yeah.
a double-sized issue, or it was a beefy
of course
issue.
it was.
I love
Right.
it because it gives you just tons of story.
Yeah. So yeah. So
Awesome.
that's my
That's
my
your
week.
three-
Though I will bring up Superman Lost again because I think this is flying over under everybody's radar.
Okay.
Christopher Priest and who's doing the art. But the basic premise, I think it's going to be 10 issues. So, I mean, if you're lucky, you can go back and get stuff, or, the first few are on DC Unlimited already, or DC Universe already. And the trade is probably around the corner. The Christopher Priest and Carlo Pagulayan. Um, Essentially, the premise is Superman has to, I mean, the first issue starts with him and Lois in the apartment, and like they're trying to spend some time together, but she's working on a story and waiting for sources to contact her, and he's Superman. So I mean, and when the phone rings, it's like, is it yours or mine? It's his, and okay, I'll be right back. And he goes away, and then he comes back relatively quickly, and she thinks it's no big deal, but then there's a knock on the door, and it's Bruce Wayne coming to tell her that Superman's been lost, except that he's back already. And this is when you find out that she thinks it's only been an hour.
Yeah, minute. I mean, it's short.
Yeah. And he's been gone for 20 years because he got sucked through a wormhole.
That's crazy. I can't wait to read it. I've read the first issue.
So, the story is split between him finding his way back and all of the stuff that went on while he was away, and him trying to put himself back together at home.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's clearly having some level of nervous breakdown. She keeps having to remind him to breathe because he spent so much in time and space.
He wasn't breathing,
holding his breath. So it's a super cool book. I mean, we'll see how they land it, but it's kind of crazy to me that what was Mike Allred and Mark Russell's Superman Space Age.
Yeah.
Had very quickly become my all-time favorite Superman story, right? This one is already giving it a run for its money.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's gonna come down a lot to how it lands. But yeah, it feels like an essential Superman story to me, along with Space Age and the criminally underrated Tom King's Up in the Sky, which is even underrated like by me because I should be listing it way higher in terms of my favorite Tom King things, but
there's too many.
yeah. So I gotta go read Up in the Sky again. It's so good.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
should we get to our great responsibility this week?
Absolutely.
We are finishing all of the Marvels by Douglas Wolk.
What are we going to do with ourselves?
Well, I was gonna say I really like that idea of doing a deep dive into Black Hammer.
Yeah, I don't want to start something immediately where we're doing more than a week at a time, though.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, I'm all for that, but I want to have time to plan out what it's going to look like.
Yep. Okay.
Are we going to do it trade paperback by trade paperback? Are we going to do it like library edition by library edition?
Well, we could, since like a good portion of it is available for free on comics, well, not for free, you got to pay for your subscription, but comiXology.com.
Right.
I was thinking of doing like a trade at a time, a volume at a time.
Right.
But that could be up to 6 issues, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that might be a lot, but anyway, as far
as and there are enough of those now that I mean, if we're doing a volume at a time, we're looking at 3 or 4 months.
Right. Yep. You want to slow it down a little bit?
Yes, I want to do it. No, I don't want to start immediately.
Okay.
Just because we just came out of a year spent on one thing.
And that's completely fine by me. I have recently ordered the first, it's coming from eBay, the first Black Hammer, the Reborn #1, or Secret Origins #1, not Reborn.
Okay.
Secret Origins #1. So that's coming. I'm planning on reading it actually in issues. Whatever we do, I'm hoping to read it all in issues.
Okay.
I'm planning on collecting them. I've wanted to collect them for a long time anyway because I've got them in trade, and of course
Right.
I've got the digital versions available. But yeah, this is my
I
opportunity to
have
collect it in issues.
I have like 2/3 of it in issues.
Okay.
I didn't jump on at the beginning, but I was on. I like have all of Reborn and all of the various miniseries that have started since then. I don't have, I think, the first 12. I might have some of the first 12 that I picked up here and there.
Sure.
I don't have, I don't think I have, because again, well, actually, I think I did wind up picking up Sherlock Frankenstein as like a bundle. I might have picked up Dr. Andromeda as a bundle.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I might have more of it than I thought.
Nice.
I'd have to look at it. I'd have to look at it.
It's definitely worth picking up. But anyway, that's down the road. But right now, we're gonna finish all of the Marvels. This appendix, I wish the rest of the book had been written like the appendix.
Yeah.
This appendix was easy. It flowed nice. It was just like it was very concise. It put everything from the 1960s into one nice little chapter, right?
Yeah, but it wouldn't have given us more. It wouldn't have given us. I mean, he could have done it where he like just like expanded each thing further,
Yeah.
but
Don't get me wrong. I loved the book.
but we wouldn't have necessarily had the reading list.
Right. Exactly.
And the reading list was pretty cool.
It was very cool. I read some stuff that I guess this is the reflection period where I just wouldn't have read a lot of that stuff had we not done this. I wouldn't have read 90% of it because
probably. And I'm still interested to see how it's going to inform my like Marvel reading over the next year or two.
Right.
Because I have Marvel Unlimited and I probably I don't even know if I totally get my money's worth out of it sometimes. But I go on binges. You know, it's like I'll go, oh, I feel like reading this, and I'll read like 10 to 12 issues of something or more. Like when I read the first 35 issues of Priest Black Panther while we were going through.
Yep.
So I'm curious as to what it winds up inspiring me to read randomly going forward, because there's certainly stuff that I probably never, I now know that I want to go back and read Beta Ray Bill.
Yep.
They'd never really been on my list as much as I like Walt Simonson. I'm
gonna go back and read all of Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, no, I've read most of it, but I'm probably gonna reread all of it, and I might wind up rereading all of Miss Marvel. It's like those are two books that I already knew I loved, and now I remember that I really love them.
Yeah, they're written like independent comic books. They're not written like a Marvel book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And I like the way he wraps stuff up. Pointing out that like 61 to 68 is the nationalism, anti-communist era. 68 is when they start having a little bit more of a social constants. 68 to 80, they deal more with Mephisto as their big villain, is just a stand-in for evil.
Right, and Thanos was introduced, that kind of stuff.
Right, and it's more about being good than having a specific. Probably because they didn't want to point to Republicans,
probably,
or at least in part. It was a way to start dealing with social issues, but without without getting political about it. Um, because the problem was that Mephisto was um influencing everything.
Right.
Uh but then in the 80s they became a little bit more explicit about, geez, some of this is like corporate stuff. Well, at the same time being, rather than an evil empire, an empire of evil is the way that that um Wolk phrased it.
Right.
But you've got the Morlock massacre. You've got all sorts of interesting things that really do mirror some of what was going on in the world in terms of a resurgence and it being okay to like hate people just for who they were. Um, and then 90 to 2004 becomes
Did you like the way he broke it down like this from
I did. I thought they were
chunks?
good breaks.
Yeah.
Because it is true. 90 to 2004 is when it started becoming more character driven.
Yep. And that's when I jumped on, was early 90s is when I first
Right.
started reading comic books.
And I think that's one of the reasons that I've always had more trouble with the old comics is that character driven's what roped me in.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I don't care as much about the grand as the individual.
Mm-hmm.
And there were hints of that before. I mean, Daredevil's probably been character driven since the Miller days,
For sure.
at least.
Yep.
Um,
Spider-Man goes back and forth.
it does. It does.
I'm trying to think here. X-Men usually are self-contained and just, as a team.
But they go through different eras. There are eras where it's really about the people in the team,
Uh-huh.
individually and together, and there are eras where it's about what the team does and the ways the team works together in fights.
Yep. Yep. I agree with that.
Is it more about coming up with the fastball special, or is it more about the love triangle between Gene Scott and Logan? And I know that both of those kind of came at the same time, so it can be both, but you know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean that's like my line with X-Men comics, and I think it's just harder with team comics to really have great character development in like a non-soap opera way.
Yep. I agree.
Um, which again, I think is it's not even a bash on anybody making them. It has to do with the format of you've got 20 pages and X number of characters that you want to get some sort of update on.
Exactly. It's tough. That's why there's so many. That's why with things like the X-Men, there's so many titles because they're jumping between group pockets of people in this group. Because it's hard to write one story and encompass 30 some odd characters, I don't really know how many mutants they've made, but there is a lot.
Right. And then the 2005 to 15 era.
Yep.
They really start deconstructing their purpose. I think this is also why we like this era. And I guess one of the things that I don't think that I mean, Wolk did some, but for me, one of the things that's been great about reading all of this is you realize how everything is built on each other. We didn't stop doing what we did in previous eras. We just added to.
Right.
So it's not like we don't have that personal centered. We've just added the aspect of there's a lot more questioning of, well, what are we doing? Does it actually work? You know, whether it's the House of M or Civil War, Civil War Two, you know, the paying attention to it and going, oh, maybe we cause problems with our fists, not just solve problems with our fists.
Right.
Um, and then 2015 on, I don't even know if it's really established itself.
I don't know.
Other than it seems to be one big event to another. All the more. I mean, I would argue that since Secret War 2,
yeah,
or you know, the Hickman Secret Wars, have we ever not been in a Marvel event?
exactly. They just go from
sometimes two or three of them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a big fan of all these huge events, but you know,
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, sometimes they work better than others. Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
There are readers out there that only read those big events. They're like, oh, I
There
just
are.
read this just for catch
Right.
the main thing that's going on. But usually the event books are usually the most, I don't know.
I think it's again different types of readers. You know, I mean, we talked about this a long time ago, and in talking about it, we discovered we're a little bit closer to each other than we sometimes felt.
Yeah.
Um, but I would way rather have huge amounts of character development.
Yeah.
Than big world expansion or big wide angle action, everybody doing stuff at once.
Yep.
Other people are different. They like the big cinematic. So you know, I mean, to a certain extent, if your entry to Marvel is the movies,
Yep.
you might enjoy events more than anything else.
True.
If you love the MCU and the action packed and you don't care too much that sometimes the character development is lacking, you don't care that you don't necessarily have huge backstories, you know, that it's just like action to action,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. The events might totally be your type of comic.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if like your favorite Marvel film type stuff is like the Netflix Daredevil and Jessica Jones series, then you're probably not as much into the event stuff.
Right. Yeah, you definitely would want to read
you want
Daredevil
the longer
proper. Yeah.
well, but even if you're not reading Daredevil, you want the longer let's explore ourselves and this topic type stories rather than bam, 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 we win.
Yep. I agree.
And you know, both are great, but I mean, I think probably among the things that's drawn me most to more independent comics, etc., is I tend much more to like the deeper introspective works
Mm-hmm.
to the surface level action.
That makes sense.
So, yeah. But yeah, it was
quite a ride.
it was a good ride. Journey to the ends of the biggest story ever told, and we're at the end.
We made it. I didn't think we were going to
made
finish the book. I thought we would get sick of it and just decide not to do it.
No. I didn't. Did you get sick of it?
No, I did not, but I thought
I
at
mean,
the start of it that
yeah. I mean, I think we've changed a little bit over time, like how deep into each comic we got in terms of talking about it, how much we've talked about the specifics of what we read versus our impressions of what we read.
yeah,
Um,
that changed for sure.
but it's been a fun ride.
Oh yeah, I'm very grateful to have read all of the comics in it
Hmm.
because, like I said, I discovered new series that I hadn't
Yeah.
even considered before. Like if you would have told me, "Hey, you want to read Squirrel Girl by Marvel?" I'd be like, "No, what are you talking about? The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl?"
I was actually reading Squirrel Girl in class at school, and I had kids making fun of me. I'm like, go read the comic before you make fun of me.
That's
This
awesome.
is this is amazing. This is hilarious. This is better than any of the MCU movies you're going nuts about.
I know they should make a Squirrel. I can't believe we haven't had a Squirrel Girl movie.
I think she'd make a better cartoon.
Yep, you're right. That'd be better animated.
I mean, among other things, you could still have the like bubbles for like the bottom of the page,
Mm-hmm.
do it like bubble style where you just have it pop up, you know?
Yep, that would be awesome.
So, yeah.
Cool. Well, that was all the Marvels. Next week,
Yeah.
something new.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after we go off air.
Yeah.
Or do you want to figure it out now?
No, I don't
Should,
care.
should we? No, we'll figure it out off air.
Okay, sounds good. What books do you hope will be spectacular this week?
Uh, well, I
Obviously,
mean, Saga.
Saga was coming out.
Last issue of the arc, Immortal Sergeant number 9, last issue of the story. So they're kind of 1 and 1A. I
Yep.
had a lot of trouble deciding which order to put them in.
Yeah, it's rare where you'll put something ahead of Saga if Saga's coming out, though.
I, if it hadn't been the end of a story arc for Saga,
Yeah,
it probably would have been Immortal Sergeant because it's the end of the story. But the
true.
fact that it's the end of the arc and the end of the story, it's like, ah,
Ah, it's tough.
because Immortal Sergeant is like absolutely one of my top 3 or 4 books of the year.
Yeah.
It's up there with Know Your Station, and I'm drawing a blank on the
Star
other one
something.
right.
There was a Star. There was a series that you were reading online, and I think it had the word Star in it.
Well, Starhenge was
Starhenge.
last year.
Yep.
Starhenge was last year. That was Liam Sharp.
Yep. That's what I was thinking
That
of.
was one of my top books of last year.
Because I remember that one beat out Saga one week.
It beat out Saga a couple of weeks. I
Yeah.
was kind of blown away. I hope he gets back to it at some point.
Yeah.
But then my fourth book is or third book is Click Boom number 4. Douglas Adams, Douglas Dabbs. Issue 3 ended on a really great cliffhanger. Yeah, this is just a really cool story about a girl who communicates through her Polaroid camera and is a cold-blooded methodical killer
Yeah.
who may or may not be a good guy.
I'll have to catch up. This is one of those that I've read the first issue.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Books I know are spectacular. Conan number 3 came out digitally this week, so I don't know how that happened because it doesn't show up in stores until next week. But Paul Cornell, Cresta Marica, it's a great convention, comic convention story.
Yep.
But it also has Bryce Ingman. Our buddy Bryce got to follow Grant Morrison in Partially Naked Came the Corpse, and he proved himself up to the task. So, congratulations, baby Bryce,
Yeah, that's awesome.
because that had to be interesting. The next time we have him on, it's like, so how did you feel when you found out that you were the one that drew the straw that you got to pick up the ball from Grant Morrison?
He'll probably be like, I'm
Uh,
shitting my pants.
yeah, he had, we've traded back and forth. I think even most of it publicly on Blue Sky about how it was both an honor and a little scary.
Right? I can believe it.
Um, Rare Flavors #1, Ram V. Felipe Andrade, would have been my top book that I was excited for this week, except that it's already on Global Comics.
So you already read it.
So I read it. So it's one that I know is spectacular.
I'm looking forward to it.
And then, I mean, how to put this? I'm either gonna wind up going 9 next week,
Yeah. Because there's a lot that's coming out next week that looks awesome.
or
Ooh, Blue Book's coming out
I
as a
mean,
collection.
because I haven't even mentioned things like, Tenement #4, Fish Flies #2, Grim 13, Kaya 11, Lonesome Wolf Hunters, Wolf Child 3, Money Shot Comes Again 4, Queen of Swords, A Barbaric Story 3, Mark Russell's Rumpus Room #1, Scrapper #3, Sirens of the City #3, Time Before Time #27, Traveling to Mars #8 are all amazing. Yeah, I have a feeling next week's going to be a 9 because it's going to be tough to beat Tom King's Wonder Woman #1 with Daniel Sampere.
Right.
Tom sent me an early look at this, and holy fuck.
Does it look good?
It doesn't just look good. I mean, it literally elevated my pulse.
I'm gonna have to pick it up, and I don't pick up a lot of DC
I checked my pulse as soon as and I was like 20 beats a minute over my resting pulse rate.
You're racing as you're reading this.
Right. It is so fucking good.
Nice.
I mean, I'm going to say it right now. I would be shocked if Rare Flavors winds up making my top 3.
Really?
Even though it was amazing next week.
Okay.
Because if I'm guessing right now, it's going to wind up Wonder Woman #1, Immortal Sergeant #9, Saga 66.
Yeah.
But then you've got the wild cards. You've got the Queen of Swords. You've got the Rumpus Room. You've got, I think right now, this moment, I think it's nearly impossible that anything will beat Wonder Woman for next week. And that's in a week that has Saga and Immortal Sergeant wrapping up.
That's crazy. I can't imagine.
We'll find out.
I can't imagine.
We'll find out.
What if you don't include Saga at all? What if there's 3 books that beat out Saga?
That would be insane, particularly because it's the end of a story arc.
Yep.
I mean, that would guarantee that I had to go to 9.
Yeah.
I can't leave the end of Saga off of a list. If Saga doesn't make the top 3, I'll be going to 9.
All right.
Just saying that right now.
Just throwing it out there.
Right. And for those trade waiters out there, Blue Book from James Tynion and Michael Avon Oming. Know Your Station. You know how much we love Know Your Station. And Tyler can finally finish Know Your Station.
Yep.
Sarah Gailey and Leanna Kangas and Old Dog from Declan Shelby all come out next week.
Old Dog was good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Cool.
So what are you looking for?
Well, definitely Saga #66. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples.
Yeah.
I'm really on a Jeff Lemire kick again. So Fish Flies #2.
Jeff's always great. Well, and Tenement #4 too.
Oh, that's right. He's got that book coming out from them.
Bone Orchard Mythos.
Bone Orchard, yep.
2 Jeff Lemire, 2 Mark Russell books next week.
That's awesome. And then there's a book coming out, Dark X-Men #2 by Steve Fox and Jonas Scharf. It's just a different take on the X-Men, which I'm totally digging. So,
okay.
Looking forward to the second issue.
And it's so far below my radar with all of these other books.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard so many great things about this era of X-Men. I hope that at some point I find time to read the trades.
Yeah.
But there have been so many fucking good books out.
I know.
That I haven't. I mean, even though they're on my radar.
Yeah.
I haven't really been able to bring them anywhere close to the top of my pile.
Yeah. There's so much. I'm getting that way, especially now that I've started reading more on my tablet.
Right.
I'm getting way more read for sure.
Well, I mean, because it's way easier to do it like a minute here, a minute there.
Yeah.
Take your tablet with when you go to your daughter's recital, and
Yep.
like when the other kids are doing stuff, you can be reading comics.
Yep.
You would never ever do that while Raina was dancing.
No. No. Because
But
she's
while the other kids are dancing.
yeah. So I've I've got my list there, and I'm probably gonna pick up a lot more stuff. But those are the three that I'm looking forward to right now. So
Yeah. No, it's gonna be another good week.
cool.
Another good week. I think I actually have $40 worth of digital comics that I have
Pre-ordered. I usually
So
have
like
10 to 12 bucks worth of pre-order.
11 o'clock on Tuesday night, I'm gonna have a drop with like
7, 8 comics.
I think 10,
10.
10 or 11.
Wow.
Yeah, so good. So you're headed to Batman Day. I might do some Batman Day festivities at Challengers.
Yep.
And then I'm going to see Innocence and Seduction again. When are you coming out the weekend before you said your son's birthday is 10/10? Are you going to be here the weekend before? When are you coming out?
Yeah, the 7th. The 7th,
Okay.
8th, 9th. No, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and then I'll leave on the 10th.
Well,
the 10th is a Tuesday.
If you can find time, Innocence and Seduction plays through the night.
Okay. Would you want to go again?
Absolutely.
Because on Friday of that weekend, Sean, he's involved with school production of his play or whatever. And so Friday, he already told me that he's going to be too busy to hang out with me.
Well, then we'll have to look at tickets for Friday.
Yeah.
Which will be, I think, my second time in a week because Andy and I think, are going on that Monday.
Are you? That's awesome. No, he's got his own.
But I have no problem seeing it 4 times. I have no problem seeing it 5 times if Kelly decides she wants to go down because she's not going today. It's amazing, and Sean and Mark are friends. Mark should be with us tomorrow morning for cool people talking comics and stuff.
I cannot make it. I'll be at work.
Punk.
I know. I've been getting. They told me I'd be working every other weekend. So far, it's been every weekend.
That's how they get you.
I know. I'm just like, I don't know what to do about it. Complain or quit or what. But I like the job. I like the extra money. So.
Right. You'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll all work out.
But luckily today I told them, I'm like, I need a Saturday off. So they let me have today off.
I mean, depending on how badly they need you, at some point you just say, look, this is what I agreed to.
Yeah.
You can have this or you can not have me at all. I mean, there's great advantage to being the part-timer who doesn't need the job.
That's me. I just want extra money.
You have more ability to dictate terms when you can make it really clear to them that you don't need them.
Yeah. I should. Just when you're new, you don't like when the schedules come out, you're like, oh, I guess I'm working this weekend.
Right.
Oh, next weekend too. What the son of a?
But I mean, remember to think of yourself as a teacher who's slumming it on weekends for a few extra bucks.
Yep.
I mean, it's even better when you're helping out a friend, working at some small business or whatnot.
Yep.
I mean, that was
particularly
ideal because I didn't actually say no to much. The last comic shop I worked at, he'd ask me to do something I didn't want to do, and I'd say, no.
Yeah.
And you start to get into, I'm your boss. I'm like, do you want to continue being my boss?
Because I don't need this.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, so yeah, I'll miss the cool people talk tomorrow, but I'll listen to it when I upload it.
Well, and you should, I mean, if you haven't already, you should definitely go read Here by Richard McGuire and Park Bench by Christoph Schaefer.
I got Park Bench. Definitely read that before. I should reread it. Well, good. Not reread it. Relook at it.
Right. They're so good. They're both so good.
Yeah. I've got the hardcover of Park Bench right around here somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is good.
Yeah. So, all righty.
Awesome.
Let's get out of here so that we can talk for a few minutes and figure out what the hell we're doing next week.
Sure. All right. To our listeners out there, we'll catch you guys after the next page. See ya. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panelspodcast.